I'm Melissa Ryerson with the Franklin Insider, and today we are speaking with three lovely ladies from Franklin, Tennessee, and we're talking about Juneteenth. We're going to talk about Juneteenth throughout the week and help you to understand what this holiday is all about. We have Alma McLemore. She is the president of the African American Heritage Society. We have Paulette Johnson. She is the historian with the African American Heritage Society. And we have Taraya Lane. She's a Franklin resident and graduating senior and about to go to Vanderbilt University. So right now we're going to start with Paulette. And Paulette, can you tell us a little bit or a lot about the history of Juneteenth and what that means?
Well, the history of Juneteenth starts out with Colonel Granger, General Granger, going to Texas to deliver the second Emancipation Proclamation to that area. Supposedly, the first person that was sent to deliver the message was either killed, got lost, or whatever. But after slavery ended, the people in Texas for 2 years did not know that they were free. So General Granger sent messengers to deliver the message that they were free. And that was done on June 14th. Hereby we celebrate Juneteenth. It started being celebrated in Texas, and some places now call it the African American Independence Day. And it is just a celebration of freedom. It has become one of the top celebrations that are just African American holiday, but is shared by everyone. In Williamson County, people look forward to sharing the Juneteenth celebration at McLemore House. It meant freedom to so many people, and still does. And I understand that some people are going to be celebrating this year, trying to get a more cohesiveness to the population and race relations. So it's celebrated for freedom. Those people found out that they were free and could own land, the whole works.
Yeah, I understand Barack Obama tried to make it a national holiday, and it is a state holiday in Texas. Barack Obama wasn't successful with that, but I understand now that there's an initiative to make it a state holiday in Tennessee. So that is very exciting. And I know the African American Heritage Society, Alma, has been celebrating this for years. Tell us about the celebration that we've done in the past and what you plan for this year.
Yes, for the past 15 years, the African American Heritage Society has celebrated and commemorated Juneteenth. The community is invited. It's a free event. We have games for kids. We have food trucks. We have the famous cake walk that, like the first year, I believe, one of our civil rights and community leaders, Denny Denson, and one of the policemen took place in the cakewalk. We just invited everybody to come, and they had so much fun, and Denny was just hilarious. And Pastor Denny, we named that cakewalk after him, and people loved it. People invited to be part of it, and they win cakes, and the cakewalk got so successful that we had so many people donating cakes that we had beautiful cakes. I mean, we started to auction the cakes off, so we made money, even though it's a free event. You know, the McLemore House has to have money to sustain itself, so we were able to make a little money from the cakewalks. But we have people sharing stories. We've had seniors tell stories about their grandparents and how they were enslaved and the things that had changed since then. And we have gospel soloists. We have people singing songs. We have groups. We have kids doing recitals, and we have the American Legion. They always kick it off with the national anthem and the raising of the flag, and most recently we have a Juneteenth flag. So they do that, and then we usually have someone leading the national anthem. But it's a fun day where people, a lot of people come that don't even understand or did not know what Juneteenth meant until they came. And we sent out information and we shared that day. We also have read the Emancipation Proclamation for many years. And we also have sometimes we've had people to recite the Martin Luther King speech because it's all about freedom. And the Harvey Macklemore story, the reason it's so important to us is because the Harvey Macklemore story and the Macklemore House Museum ties right into the freedom part. And we have a treasure that we can touch. We can touch and see and feel. There are families that still live here. The descendants are here because Harvey Macklemore was a free man, and he built his house after he became free. And that is just phenomenal. And a lot of people don't know that. They pass by the Macklemore house and they don't know what that treasure is and what it means. But I think after this year, I think more people will be tuned into Juneteenth. But we have lots of activities, and we have the community, involved.
Yeah, I do think more people are going to be tuned in. And if they want to learn more about the Macklemore House now, what is the website that they could go to?
MacklemoreHouse.com, www.macklemorehouse.com.
Okay, and we'll put that up on the screen just in case anyone needs to see it. Now, Taraya, you are a graduating senior, and I understand you're a scholarship recipient just recently. That's wonderful. Congratulations. And you're going to Vanderbilt University. Now, you represent the future generations of Franklin and the African American society. Tell us what this holiday means to you and what you hope happens going forward.
Awesome. Thank you. This holiday means a lot to me. I think it's a symbolic breaking of the chains for African American slaves. And it's a celebration. They also call Juneteenth Emancipation Day or Freedom Day. And it's when Black people got their freedom. Like we celebrate 4th of July, Independence Day. Well, we have our own kind of 4th of July or Independence Day, and it's Juneteenth. And I think it's important we have the whole story, and we get all of the picture rather than just this side of our culture or this side of our culture. I think we need the full picture and the full story. And I think by celebrating Juneteenth, we have that. And I think it's an awesome way to celebrate the fact that African American people now have liberty and they have rights, and that should be always protected. I mean, in the Declaration of Independence, it says that we are guaranteed life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So this is African American liberty. And I think it should be protected and celebrated. So that's what this means to me.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Now, this year it is going to be celebrated virtually because of the COVID-19 pandemic. There may be another organization that's doing an in-person event, but they can tune in to our Facebook Live around on Saturday morning, the 20th, and then you'll do the annual raising of the flag. Is that right, Alma?
That is correct. That is correct. Also, I wanted to share something. The freedom portion is so important. Paulette Johnson is one of the Pioneer family members, descendants of a Pioneer family. We have 17 Pioneer families that we have recognized at the Black Tie because their ancestors were slaves, and the enslaved people, they became free, and they were able to build homes and to persevere here in this community and raise families. And now their generations are still here. And Paulette is one of those people. So I had to let the community know that. And we've got so many families. And that's a big thing because, during that time when the slaves were had their families taken away, their children were taken away. Now if somebody gets taken away, we have the Amber Alerts and all that. But people were snatched away from their families. And so to be able to say, I'm a descendant of this person that was enslaved, that is huge as well. So I wanted to share that as part of the freedom part because they became free and they were successful and they raised families here.
Paulette, did you want to add anything?
Well, I'll just add on to what Alma said about the families, and we'll just say that, if your family has been in Williamson County since 1850 or before, and you want to be recognized as an African American pioneer family, then you can contact the African American Heritage Society, and also the Williamson County Public Genealogy Library on Columbia Avenue is a part of our program that does the research and issues the certificates for the families. So anybody interested can contact the Public Library or the African American Heritage Society. Anybody interested in more African American history can also contact the McLemore House Museum, Carrington, and the Carter House. All three of these is now telling the story of slavery, which is a good thing.
It is. It is. Thank you so much, everyone, for being with us. And I hope you have a good celebration this year. And we'll be there and doing it live on our Facebook page and sharing more stories about the McLemore House and Juneteenth throughout the week. And thank you again, and we hope to see you soon.